call me kooky, but I think that I'd rather spend an entire year of my life bedridden with chicken noodle soup, ginger ale, and saltine crackers than lose motion in my legs and arms for the rest of my life. You know what? Give me 2 years. I'll do 2 years over that. That's like my biggest nightmare, being in a chair for the rest of my life, not being able to move from the neck down. How nightmarish is that? And then the mainstream media will say, well, a lot of people might say that they got sick from this shot or, had a big condition, but it's not the shot. It's not the shot. That's Reuters. They're prepping you. And right now they're fear-mongering to pregnant women. Let me show you these fear-monger articles. Pregnancy is no time to refuse a flu shot. It's out of the New York Times. You think that's bad? You think that's a bad one? How about this one? CDC, nearly 1 in 3 pregnant women who've contracted H1N1 have died in the United States. Folks, this is insanity. Nearly 1 in 3 pregnant women who've contracted H1N1 have died in the U.S.? Where are the numbers? Where are the bodies? Believe me, if pregnant women were dropping dead from H1N1, the media would have loved to hype this up prior to this crappy Fox article. A stark reminder about how deadly the new H1N1 virus can be. During the news briefing Thursday, U.S. health officials said the virus has hit pregnant women especially hard. Since it first surfaced in April, nearly 1 in 3 pregnant women have died from the new strain. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, let's jump to another caller. Anthony in Pennsylvania. Anthony, you're on the line.
Hey, how you doing? You were talking about 10-day truancy laws. Over here, actually, it's really not a law. Over here, it's 3 days. If you're absent for 3 days unexcused, your parents go to jail, you get visits from CPS and other things like that.
And you have to pay fines in some places. All of a sudden, your kid doesn't go to school. You're gonna, it's unbelievable. They can't squeeze us enough, Anthony.
Yep. And Alex asked me to go get the No Place for Hate forms. I don't know if you're familiar with that from my school.
I am not.
Okay, well, it's an ADL-funded campaign where they say, you can't say the president's bad or blah, blah, blah. You have to go to after-school clubs for training and all this crazy stuff. So I asked for a form because it says the police can be contacted if you say anything that offends anybody. So I go to the office and I asked them for a form, and they said, what do you need it for? I said, I just wanted to review it, show it to some people. Oh, we don't do that. We don't give out press release forms. I said, oh, what do you mean? They said, go to the ADL website. It's right up there. They changed the wording completely. The ones they give to the schools is completely different than the things I got.
Yeah, you have no freedom. You're not allowed to ask for the documents that pertain to your own life, sir. What are you trying to do?
Yeah.
Are you trying to stand up for yourself? Are you trying to stand erect and not chained down to the system of tyranny? I mean, this is just... These stories get worse and worse and worse because we let them get worse and worse. I mean, how do you feel about that guy that just called in? He has 8 cops in his house at 4:30 in the morning, dividing everybody up, trying to catch them in some lie. And when he says he believes in the Constitution and Bill of Rights, you one of those truthers? You one of those truthers, boy?
That's ridiculous. They're having quarantines in schools now, too. My school has a quarantine system. If you apply to it, they send you to a quarantine room. You're not allowed to leave until you're diagnosed as okay.
Really? When did this begin?
Yeah, I actually sent you the first form I got. Mm-hmm. I sent it to Kurt at Infowarrior or the editor or whatever it is. And
well, you know what? We're so piled down. Listen, the best way to get at me personally is my Facebook and MySpace. Facebook.com/The Infowarrior, MySpace.com/Jason Bermas. I check those more than I check my actual email. I get a ton of good tips there. So if you've got something that's ready to go and really hot and you want me to see it, that's the best way to get it out there. I know that Kurt is always very bogged down. So is Paul. Rob Dew has a ton of jobs around here. I do too, but I do check those too. And it's a lot easier for me to go through them, especially if you'll send me a link to something you scanned in a JPEG. I know you can't attach anything, but my email is so bogged down with garbage and junk that I really can't check it as much. Anthony, thank you so much for the call. Please get that information out to me because I'd love to look at it. Let's go to Jennifer in California. Jennifer, you're on the line.
Hi. I was wondering if there was any way to convince you guys to release Follow the Republic before October 15th, since that's when the first round of the H1N1 shots are supposed to be given.
You're talking to the wrong guy, Jennifer. Thank you for the call. It's not my film. I really think that it will probably get released online prior to the October 21st release date, but that's not going to be my decision, obviously. Let's go to Bob in New Jersey. Bob, you're on the line.
Hey, Jason, how are you?
Good.
Welcome to the People's Republic of New Jersey. I sent you guys the vaccination forms that they've got here in Monmouth County. I guess they're going to do the converse. And what they're asking for is the names of all the kids that want to take the shot. And then they're going to compare it against the kids that did not take the shot.
What, to try to demonize the parents and the households? How dare they say that their child's not going to take the shot?
Oh, absolutely. And there's an education forum that's going to be held and all that. And, of course, if you ask any questions, you got to submit the questions in advance. So the next one's coming up, I think, on October the 7th. So we're going to be in touch with we're going to go out to the town hall and see if we can ask them about the squalene.
Well, don't write that down as a question, sir. What you need to do is write down a really namby-pamby question, something that they're going to want to answer, such as, is it going to be bad if I don't take the shot right away? And they'll go to you right. You'll be the first question. And then you ask the real question. They'll go, you can't ask that. That's not on the card. We have to expose these people, for the monsters that they are, for the controlled paradigm that they are. It's unbelievable to me that at some of these town hall meetings that I've seen, somebody starts asking a real question. The guy goes, no, you didn't. That wasn't written down. That wasn't a pre-approved question. Since when in America do we ask pre-approved questions, Bob?
Well, that's the whole point. They don't want to answer the tough questions. We've already instructed our kids that if they take you into a room, if they try to give you a needle or anything like that, you start screaming fire.
That's right.
Fire.
I like bloody murder myself, but fire will work as well, my friend. We're going to come back after this with your calls and breaking news. It's the Infowarrior with Jason Bermas. Go check us out at Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.tv.